You ask me why religion wants you to stay blind. It is a simple arithmetic. It is the simple economics of the marketplace. If you have eyes, you do not need a guide. If you can see the path yourself, you do not need to hold the hand of the priest. The guide is needed only if you are blind. The priest is needed only if you are in darkness. So the whole business of the priest, the whole profession of the so-called holy men, depends on one fundamental condition. You must remain blind, you must remain ignorant, you must remain fearful. If you wake up, the priest is out of employment. If you wake up, the temple is empty. If you wake up, you will not bow down to the statue, you will not put money in the donation box, you will not confess your sins, because an awakened man has no sins to confess. An awakened man has no fear of hell and no greed for heaven. He is free. And freedom is dangerous to the establishment. Freedom is dangerous to the church. Freedom is dangerous to the mosque. Because a free man cannot be controlled. You cannot enslave a man who has his own eyes. For 10,000 years, humanity has been cheated. And the cheat is very subtle. The cheat is that they have told you believe. They say faith is the way. They say unless you believe, you will not find God. I say to you, this is the greatest lie ever told. Belief is not the way to find God. Belief is the way to miss God. Please try to understand the distinction. Do you believe in the sun? Do you believe in the moon? Do you believe in the trees, in the mountains, in the people sitting around you? No. You do not believe in them. You know them. When you have eyes to see the sun, you don't say, I am a believer in the sun. That would be sheer stupidity. If you say, I believe in the sun, it simply means you are blind. It implies that you have never seen the sun. You have only heard about it from others. Knowing needs no belief. Knowing is direct. Knowing is immediate. It is a face-to-face encounter with reality. But belief is borrowed. Belief is plastic. Belief means you do not know, but you are pretending to know. You are deceiving yourself. You are covering your ignorance with beautiful words. Words borrowed from the Bible, words borrowed from the Gita, words borrowed from the Quran, but a borrowed truth is not a truth. A borrowed truth is a lie. Why do you believe? Have you ever asked yourself, why are you a Christian? Why are you a Hindu? Why are you a Mohammedan? Just because you are born in a certain family, just because your parents took you to a certain building and forced you to bow down, is this religion? It is just an accident of birth. If you were born in a different family, you would have been believing in a different God, a different book, a different dogma, and you would have been ready to die for that dogma. This is not intelligence. This is pure robotics. The society fills your mind with beliefs before you are even intelligent enough to ask questions. They catch you when you are a child. They catch you when you are innocent, helpless, dependent. And they stamp you. They brand you like cattle. This is a Christian child. This is a Hindu child. A child is just a child. A child is neither Christian nor Hindu. A child is a flower of existence. But before the flower can open, they cover it with layers of dust, layer upon layer of theology, philosophy, dogma, creed, and the flower is buried. The eyes are covered with thick glasses of prejudice. The priest does not want you to take off these glasses, because if you take off the glasses, you will see the naked reality. And the naked reality is that there is no Christian God, there is no Hindu God. God is one. Truth is one. Existence is one. But if there is only one existence, then what will happen to the thousands of shops? The Vatican is a shop, Kashi is a shop, Mecca is a shop. They are all competing for customers, and you are the customer. They want your soul, they want your loyalty, and above all, they want your intelligence to be destroyed. Because intelligence is rebellious. Intelligence asks why. Intelligence doubts. Intelligence says, I will not accept it just because it is written in a book. I want to experience it. The moment you say, I want to experience it, the priest is afraid, because he cannot give you the experience. He himself has no experience. Have you ever looked into the eyes of your Pope or your Shankaracharya? Do you see the fire of the unknown? Do you see the dance of the divine? No. You see only scholarship. You see only dead knowledge. They are parrots. They are repeating what they have memorized. And they want you to be parrots also. They want you to repeat, Jesus is the only begotten Son of God. Why? If you repeat it enough times, you will hypnotize yourself. You will start believing it. But it will not be a realization. It will be a hallucination. I am here to shatter your hallucinations. I am here to take away your belief. I am here to make you insecure. Because only in insecurity the search begins. As long as you are secure in your belief, you will never move. You are sitting in a prison cell, thinking it is a palace. Why would you try to escape? You think you already have the truth. The Bible has the truth, so you have it in your bookshelf. You can sleep comfortably. This sleep is what religion has given you. It is a tranquilizer. Karl Marx was right when he said religion is the opium of the people. But he was only talking about organized religion. He was talking about the religion of the priest. He did not know anything about the religion of a Buddha or a Jesus or a Lao Tzu. The religion of the priest is opium, but the religion of the mystic, it is not opium. It is a wake-up call. It is a drum beating in the morning. It is a shock. I want to shock you out of your blindness. I want to take away your stick. You are walking with a stick of faith. I want to snatch it away and break it. You will be angry with me. You will fall down. You will feel helpless. But that helplessness is necessary. Because only when you fall down and your stick is broken and your eyes are full of tears, will you try to open your own eyes. Only when the false support is gone will you search for your own legs. And to stand on your own legs is the only spirituality there is. Everything else is slavery. Now we must touch the central nerve. We must perform surgery on your most cherished illusion, the illusion of God as a person. You have been told that God is a person. You have been told He is a Father, our Father who art in heaven, and you have accepted it because it feels very cozy. It feels very warm to think that there is a Father looking after you, protecting you, watching over you. It gives you a certain security. But this security is childish. It is the security of the nursery. When a child is small, he needs the father. He is helpless. He cannot survive on his own. If a dog barks, he runs to the father and hides behind his legs. The father is his strength. The father is the authority. The father will punish the enemies and give candies to the child. But you are 40 years old, 50 years old, 60 years old, and you are still searching for a father. You are still acting like a helpless child. Oh God, help me. Oh God, save me. This projection of God as a father is nothing but a psychological arrest. You have stopped growing. You have remained a retard. Physically you have aged, but spiritually you are still in kindergarten. You still need a big daddy in the sky to take responsibility for your life. And look at the image you have created. An old man with a long white beard, sitting on a golden throne somewhere above the clouds. Have you ever thought about how ridiculous this is? If God is a person, he must have a body. If he has a body, he must have a defined space. If he is in one place, he cannot be in another place. A person is limited. A person is finite. How can the creator of this infinite universe, millions of stars, billions of galaxies, be a person? It is impossible. It is sheer stupidity. But the priests insist on it, because if God is not a person, you cannot pray to him. You cannot talk to electricity. You cannot say to the law of gravity, please for me make an exception today. Gravity will not listen. Gravity has no ears. So the priest had to invent a person who has ears to hear your complaints, a person who has an ego to be flattered by your praise. Lord, you are great, you are merciful, you are the King of Kings. You are just buttering him up. You think God is foolish enough to be deceived by your flattery? Even a man of average intelligence can see through your flattery. And you think the ultimate intelligence is enjoying it? I want to tell you, God is not a person. God is not a noun. God is a quality. God is a presence. It is better to use the word godliness. Godliness is like a fragrance. The flower is there and the fragrance is radiating in all directions. The fragrance has no address. The fragrance has no name. It is simply a quality of the existence. When you see a sunset and you are overwhelmed by the beauty, that beauty is God. When you see a bird on the wing and you feel the freedom, that freedom is God. When you look into the eyes of your beloved and time stops, that love is God. God is not the creator sitting outside the creation. God is the creativity hidden inside the creation. The dancer and the dance are not two. You cannot separate them. If the dancer stops, the dance stops. The universe is a dance. And God is the dancing energy inside every atom, inside every cell of your body. But the moment you make him a person, you kill him. You turn him into an idol. And then you start fighting about your idols. My idol is true, your idol is false. My God has 4 hands, your God has no hands. My God is blue, your God is white. Do you see the madness? Wars have been fought, Millions of people have been butchered just to decide whose imaginary friend is better. The Christians killing the Muslims killing the Hindus, and they all think they are doing God's work. They are not doing God's work. They are doing the work of their own insanity. Because they have reduced the vast, infinite, mysterious existence into a small, petty, jealous person. The Jewish God says in the Bible, I am a jealous God. Do not worship anyone else. Jealous? Even a healthy human being is not jealous. Jealousy is a disease, and your God is jealous, then this God needs a psychiatrist. He is neurotic. Drop this kindergarten lie. There is no one listening to your prayers in the sky. The sky is empty, and that emptiness is beautiful. That emptiness is pure space. Don't fill it with your ugly imaginations. When I say God is not a person, I am not taking God away from you. I am making God available to you everywhere. If God is a person, He is only in the church or in the temple or in heaven. But if God is godliness, then He is in the tree, He is in the rock, He is in the river, He is in you. You cannot escape Him. Wherever you go, He is there. Whatever you touch Him. This is the vision of the mystic. He does not pray to God. He lives in God. He breathes God. He eats God. But to know this, you have to drop your father complex. You have to stand up. You have to stop looking at the sky and start looking inward, because the source of this energy is right there, pulsating in your own heart. You are the temple, and the deity is already sitting inside, asleep, but waiting for you to wake up. And this leads us to the greatest barrier, the barrier that prevents you from seeing. The barrier is not a wall made of brick or stone. It is a wall made of your beliefs. You have been taught that belief is a virtue. The priest says he is a great believer. I say to you, belief is not a virtue. Belief is a poison. Belief is a sin against your own intelligence. What does it mean to believe? Have you ever analyzed the psychology of belief? You only believe in things that you do not know. If you know, there is no question of belief. Do you believe that you have two hands? Do you believe that you are sitting here? No, you know it. Knowing is sufficient. Knowing needs no support from belief. But you believe in God? You believe in heaven? You believe in hell? Why? Because you do not know. And you are afraid to admit that you do not know. The ego feels very hurt to say, I am ignorant. I do not know where I come from. I do not know where I am going. It feels like a wound. So to cover up the wound, you cover it with a belief. You borrow a belief from the Bible or the Quran or the Vedas, and you patch up your ignorance. Now you feel good. You can stand up and say, I know God created the world in 6 days. You know nothing. You are just repeating a story you heard. You are a tape recorder. And why do I call belief a poison? Because once you believe, you know, you stop seeking. This is the danger. This is the crime. If a man is sick and he believes he is healthy, will he go to the doctor? No, he will die. His belief that he is healthy will become the cause of his death. Because he thinks he is already cured, he will not take the medicine. This is exactly what has happened to you. You are spiritually sick. You are full of misery, anxiety, anger, greed. But you believe you are a Christian, You believe you are saved. You believe Jesus has taken care of your sins, so you do nothing. You remain the same. Your belief has become a drug that keeps you asleep. If you dropped the belief, if you stood naked in your ignorance and said, I do not know, then the journey begins. Then there is a possibility of truth. Ignorance is not bad. Ignorance is innocent. But false knowledge, that is the enemy. And all your scriptures, pardon me for saying it, they are creating false knowledge. You read the Gita and you become a parrot. You start speaking the language of Krishna, but it is not your experience. And truth cannot be transferred. I cannot give you my truth. I can point a finger at the moon, but I cannot give you the moon. You have to look at the moon with your own eyes. But the believer is strange. He starts worshipping the finger. He forgets the moon completely. He holds the finger and says, this finger is holy. He sucks the finger. He fights for the finger. My finger is the true finger. Your finger is the false finger. This is the history of religion, fighting over fingers, and the moon is waiting. The moon is shining. But nobody is looking at the moon. Everyone is busy reading the book about the moon. Drop the book, burn the book. Because unless you burn the borrowed knowledge, your own wisdom will not arise. You are carrying such a heavy load of other people's thoughts that your own voice has been stifled. A religious man is a man of no belief. He is a man of trust, but not belief. And the difference is subtle. Belief is intellectual. It is in the head. Trust is existential. It is in the heart. Belief means I accept the dogma. Trust means I love the mystery. A man of trust jumps into the ocean of life. He does not carry a map. He does not know where he is going. But he trusts that the existence is his home. He trusts that he will not be drowned. And even if he is drowned, he trusts that drowning is beautiful. But the believer, he stands on the shore, clutching his Bible. He is afraid of the water. He says, the Bible says the water is safe, so I believe it is safe. But he never gets wet. He lives dry and he dies dry. I want you to get wet. I want you to become the ocean. And for that, you must leave your beliefs on the shore. You must leave your mind on the shore. You must enter the unknown without any armor. It requires courage. Belief is for cowards. Truth is for the brave. Are you brave enough to drop your crutches? Are you brave enough to walk alone? You have to look at history with clear eyes. You have to see the conspiracy that has been running for thousands of years. It is a very deep conspiracy against the individual. And the conspirators are the two most powerful people in society, the priest and the politician. On the surface, they look like enemies. In the past, the king and the pope were fighting, but that was just a fight for supremacy, a fight for who is the bigger boss. Deep down, they are partners. They are in a deep embrace because they need each other. They cannot survive without each other. The politician rules your body. He rules the outside. He puts chains on your hands. He takes your money as tax. He sends your body to war. But he cannot touch your inside. He cannot control your soul. And that is dangerous for him. Because if your soul is free, Sooner or later your body will also revolt. A free soul cannot tolerate slavery. So the politician needs someone to control your soul. He needs someone to put chains on your mind. This is where the priest comes in. The priest is the agent of the politician in the spiritual world. The priest teaches you obey. The priest teaches you authority is from God. The king is appointed by God. For centuries, the priests have been crowning the kings. Why? To give the king a divine sanction. So that if you revolt against the king, you are not just a revolutionary, you are a sinner. You are revolting against God. This is the cunningness. The priest protects the politician from the anger of the people. And what does the politician do in return? He protects the priest. He gives the church tax exemptions. He gives the temple free land. He gives the priest respectability. It is a mutual benefit society. It is a mafia. And who is the victim? You are the victim. Humanity is the victim. Look at what they have taught you. The priest says, blessed are the poor, blessed are the meek, blessed are the humble. Why? Why is poverty blessed? I see no blessing in poverty. Poverty is ugly. Poverty is a disease. But the priest glorifies it. Why? Because if the poor man realizes that his poverty is not a blessing but a curse created by the corrupt system, he will explode. He will burn down the palaces of the rich. He will burn down the parliament. So the priest acts as a tranquilizer. He injects the opium. He says, don't worry, this life is short. It is a test. If you suffer here silently, if you accept your poverty without complaint, you will be rewarded in heaven. The kingdom of God belongs to the poor. It is a bribe. He is giving you a post-dated check. Suffer now, enjoy later. And because you are suffering so much, you fall for the trap. You think, okay, 60 years of suffering is nothing compared to eternity in paradise. So you remain a sheep, you remain a slave. And the politician continues to exploit you, and the priest continues to bless you. If religion was real, it would be rebellious. A real Jesus is not a friend of the establishment. That is why they killed him. Remember this. The priest and the politician killed Jesus together. Pontius Pilate, the politician, and the high priest, the religious leader, joined hands to destroy the man of truth. Why? Because Jesus was making people free. And a free man is not a customer. A free man does not need the priest to interpret God for him. And a free man does not need the politician to tell him how to live. Every time a master appears, a Buddha, a Kabir, a Nanak, the alliance gets scared. They immediately start organizing against him. They call him a corrupter of youth. They call him an atheist. They poison him. And once he is dead, once he is safely dead, then they steal his name. Then they build a big golden church on his grave. And the same priest who killed him now worships him. This is the ultimate irony. Christianity has nothing to do with Christ. It is the religion of the people who killed Christ. You have to break this alliance within yourself. You have to throw out the politician from your head, and you have to throw out the priest from your heart. Don't be a sheep. Don't look for a shepherd. You are a human being. You have the dignity of a lion. Organized religion is not a bridge to God, it is a wall. It surrounds you with high walls of dogma, fear and guilt. It does not allow you to see the sky. It keeps you in a dark tunnel. And they tell you the tunnel is the only world there is. They are afraid that if you see the light, you will stop paying for the candles. Their whole business is selling candles in the dark. They have a vested interest in your darkness. I want you to come out of the tunnel, smash the walls. It is better to be a sinner and be free than to be a saint in chains. Because the sinner can be transformed, but the slave has lost his soul. Now look at your so-called spiritual practice. What do you do when you go to the temple? What do you do when you kneel down in the church? You call it prayer, I call it begging, I call it sheer insult to existence. Listen to your prayer. What are you saying? Oh Lord, give me this, give me a better job, give me a beautiful wife, cure my disease, destroy my enemy. It is a demand list. You are treating God as if He is a supermarket. You are treating God as if He is your servant. Do this for me, do that for me. And have you ever observed your prayer is always out of desire or fear? Either you are afraid, save me from hell, or you are greedy. Give me heaven. Fear and greed are the ingredients of your prayer. How can anything beautiful grow out of fear and greed? Flowers do not grow on garbage heaps. Your prayer is stinking. And think of the ungratefulness of it. Existence has already given you so much. You are alive. Is it not enough? You can breathe, you can see the colors, you can love, you can dance. This vast universe is available to you for free. But you are not grateful for what you have. You are complaining about what you don't have. Your prayer is a complaint. It is a protest against God. You are saying your creation is not perfect. You missed something. You forgot to give me a Mercedes Benz. You forgot to make me the Prime Minister. You are trying to advise God. You are trying to correct His mistakes. It is the height of stupidity. A religious man does not ask a religious man thanks. If there is any prayer, it is only one word, thank you. And even that word is too loud. Real gratitude is silent. It is a tear of joy rolling down the cheek. It is a deep bow of the heart. But you are not bowing. You are bargaining. I will donate 10 rupees to the temple. But in return, I want 10 million rupees in the lottery. What a business mind. You are trying to cheat God also. You think God is a businessman? I want to tell you the difference between prayer and meditation. The religions have taught you prayer. I teach you meditation. And they are polar opposites. Prayer means you talk and God listens. But who are you talking to? There is nobody there. You are talking to a picture on the wall. You are talking to the empty sky. It is a monologue. You are just talking to yourself. And you are foolish enough to think someone is taking notes. It is a hallucination. It is a way to console yourself. Okay, I have told my problems to God, now He will solve them. It is a psychological trick to unburden your mind. Meditation is exactly the opposite. Meditation means you listen and God talks. You become silent. You drop your demands. You drop your talking. You simply say, I am here. I am open. Fill me. In prayer, you are active. In meditation, you are receptive. You become a womb. And only when you are a womb can the divine enter you. You cannot drag God into your house by force. You cannot invite Him with your petty words. He comes only when the house is empty. He comes only when the host is absent. When you are not goddess. When the ego disappears, the divine appears. This is the secret of meditation. Meditation is the art of disappearing. It is the art of creating a space within you. The moment you are silent, utterly silent, no thought, no ripple in the mind, suddenly you are connected. Suddenly you see that you are not separate from the whole. The tree is you, the star is you, the ocean is you. This experience is kingliness. The beggar asks, the king shares. When you meditate, you become an emperor. You have so much joy, so much peace, so much bliss that you want to share it with the whole world. You don't ask for anything. You simply give, you radiate. The man of prayer is a beggar. He is always empty, always asking for more. The man of meditation is a king. He is always full, overflowing. Throw away your begging bowl. Stop pestering God. He has given you the keys to the kingdom, but the keys are not in your words. The keys are in your silence. Turn the key, go in, be silent. And you will find that you are the one you have been looking for. Now we come to the master stroke. The most cunning strategy ever devised by the human mind, the invention of sin. You have to understand the psychology of control. If I want to control you physically, I can put chains on your hands, but that is expensive. I have to keep guards. I have to build prisons, and you will always be trying to escape. It is messy. But if I can make you feel guilty, if I can make you feel that you are wrong, that you are dirty, that you are unworthy, then I don't need chains. I don't need guards. You will enslave yourself. You will carry your own prison around you 24 hours a day. Guilt is the invisible chain, and the priest is the manufacturer of this chain. How do they create guilt? It is very simple. They condemn your nature. They condemn everything that is natural in you. They say sex is sin. Now sex is the source of life. You were born out of sex. Your parents were born out of sex. Every cell in your body is vibrant with sexual energy. It is biology. It is God's energy. But the priest says, no, it is dirty. It is animalistic. You should not think about it. Now you are in trouble because the biology does not listen to the priest. The biology continues to function. So you feel the desire, and immediately you feel the guilt. Oh, I am a sinner. I am having bad thoughts. You start hating yourself. You start fighting with yourself. And the more you fight with sex, the more you become obsessed with it. This is the trick. They create a problem that cannot be solved. You cannot stop being sexual unless you are dead. So as long as you are alive, you will feel guilty. And because you feel guilty, you will be afraid of hell. And because you are afraid of hell, you will run to the church. You will run to the priest and say, Father, forgive me, I have sinned. And the priest smiles. Business is good. First he creates the disease. He makes you sick with guilt. Then he sells you the medicine. He gives you forgiveness, confession, prayer. If He did not make you feel guilty first, who would buy His medicine? Nobody goes to a doctor if they feel healthy. Look at the Christian concept of original sin. They say that you are born in sin. Just by being born, you are already a criminal. What kind of madness is this? A small baby, innocent, fresh from the source, is a sinner. They say Adam and Eve disobeyed God, and so the whole humanity is punished. I tell you, that story of Adam and Eve is the most misunderstood story in the world. The priest interprets it one way. I interpret it in a totally different way. To me, Adam and Eve were the first rebels. They were the first human beings who had the guts to say no. God said, "Do not eat the fruit of wisdom." What kind of God is this? He wants His children to remain ignorant. He wants them to be stupid cattle. If a father tells his children, "Don't go to school, don't learn anything, stay stupid," will you call him a loving father? No, you will call him a tyrant. The God of the Old Testament is a tyrant. He wanted Adam to remain a slave in the Garden of Eden. But Adam ate the fruit. He chose wisdom over obedience. He chose freedom over comfort. That was not the fall of man. That was the rise of man. That was the moment man became human. That was the moment man became an individual. But the priests have turned it into a heavy burden on your head. You are guilty because your forefathers ate the fruit. Throw this burden away. You are not guilty. You are innocent. There is no sin. There are only mistakes. And there is a great difference between a sin and a mistake. A sin makes you dirty. It stains your soul forever. A mistake is just a learning process. If you fall down, you get up. You learn. You don't walk that way again. It is simple. There is no need to beat yourself with a whip. There is no need to fast and torture your body. God does not enjoy your torture. Do you think God is a sadist? That He sits in heaven and enjoys watching you suffer? Look, this man is fasting. He is hungry. He is hitting himself. Very good. Give him a seat in heaven. This is insanity. Existence wants you to be happy. Existence wants you to celebrate. Look at nature. The trees are not fasting. The birds are not confessing their sins. The ocean is not feeling guilty. Everything is in a state of celebration. Only man is hanging on the cross, and he loves his cross. He holds on to his guilt because his guilt gives him an identity. I am a serious religious man. Drop the word sin from your vocabulary. Replace it with the word unconsciousness. Yes, you do things that are wrong. You get angry, you hurt people, you are greedy. I am not saying these are good things, but they are not sins. They are symptoms of sleep. You are doing them because you are asleep. You are doing them because you are not aware. If a drunk man trips and breaks a vase, do you send him to hell? No. You say, he was drunk. He was not in his senses. You are all drunk. Drunk with ego. Drunk with greed. Drunk with ambition. You don't need punishment. You need waking up. You need a cold shower of awareness. The priest wants to punish you. The mystic wants to wake you up. This is the difference. The priest takes advantage of your sleep to pick your pockets. The mystic shakes you and says, Open your eyes. You are an emperor dreaming that you are a beggar. Don't let them make you feel guilty. Guilt is the cancer of the soul. Be proud of your humanity. Be proud of your biology. Accept yourself in your totality. And in that acceptance, transformation happens. In that acceptance, the sinner disappears and the saint arrives. Not a plastic saint of the church, but a real saint of the earth. All the religions of the world have condemned one thing. They all agree on one point. They say doubt is the enemy. They say if you doubt, you will be lost. Have faith, just believe. I say to you, doubt is not the enemy. Doubt is the door. Doubt is the very beginning of intelligence. The man who cannot doubt is mentally dead. The man who cannot doubt has sold his soul to the dogma. Why are they so afraid of doubt? Have you ever wondered? If you have a real diamond in your hand, are you afraid of testing it? Are you afraid of hitting it with a hammer? No. You know it is a real diamond. The fire cannot destroy it. The hammer cannot break it. But if you have a glass diamond, a fake diamond, then you are very afraid. Then you protect it. Then you say, don't touch it, don't test it, just believe it is a diamond. Your religions are selling you glass diamonds. That is why they are so afraid of your doubt. They know that the moment you start asking questions, their whole structure will collapse. It is a house of cards. A small breeze of doubt and the Vatican falls. A small breeze of inquiry and your temples are empty. I teach you the way of science. Science starts with doubt. Religion starts with faith. That is why science has discovered so much truth in 300 years and religion has discovered nothing in 3000 years. Science doubts. Newton doubted. Einstein doubted. They did not accept what was written in the old books. They challenged it. They tested it. And through that challenge, they found the laws of the universe. You have to apply the same scientific method to your inner world. Do not accept anything cheap. Do not accept anything given by others. Doubt is a sword. It cuts through the lies. It cuts through the traditions. It cuts through the holy garbage that has been dumped on you. People ask me, Osho, if we doubt everything, won't we lose God? I tell them, if you can lose God by doubting, then that God is not worth keeping. Let him be lost. Good riddance. Because a God that can be destroyed by your doubt was just an imagination. He was just a cloud in your head. Real gold does not fear the fire. Put your God into the fire of doubt. Burn him, question him. If he burns away, he was false. But if something remains, if there is something that cannot be doubted, even if you try your hardest, that remainder is the truth. That is the rock. And to find that rock, you have to burn all the dust covering it. Doubt is the fire. Faith is just the dust. I am not saying you should be cynical. Cynicism is not doubt. A cynic is a man who has already decided that nothing is true. He is just a believer in reverse. The believer says God exists without looking. The cynic says God does not exist without looking. Both are blind. I am saying be a seeker. A seeker uses doubt as a cleaning instrument. He doubts the scriptures, he doubts the priests, he doubts the messiahs, and most importantly, he doubts his own mind. You have to doubt your own prejudices. You have to doubt your own thoughts. Is this thought mine, or did I hear it on the television, or did my father tell me? You will be shocked. 99% of your mind is borrowed. It is junk. Throw it out. And I go even further. I say to you, doubt me. Do not believe what I am saying just because I am saying it. I am not here to create a new Christianity. I do not want followers. I want friends. And a friend is an equal. If you believe me, you will miss me. If you believe me, you will just swallow my words and they will become a new dogma. Osho says this, Osho says that. It is useless. Don't turn me into a scripture. Listen to me. Understand me, and then experiment. Take my words into your laboratory. Test them. If they ring true in your own heart, if they transform your life, then they are yours. Then you don't need to believe in me, The path of doubt is lonely, it is difficult, faith is very comfortable. You are part of a crowd. There are millions of Christians, millions of Hindus. You feel warm, cozy, protected. So many people believe they cannot all be wrong. Yes, they can. The crowd is always wrong. Truth never belongs to the crowd. Truth happens to individuals. When you doubt, you walk alone, you leave the highway and you enter the jungle. There is no map, there is fear. But in that fear, your senses become sharp. In that danger, your eyes open wide. You become alive. A man of faith is asleep, walking in a dream. A man of doubt is awake, walking on a razor's edge. I invite you to the razor's edge. It is dangerous, but it is the only way to reach the peak. Don't settle for cheap beliefs. Don't settle for plastic toys. You are meant for the ultimate, and the ultimate requires the sacrifice of all your illusions. Bring the fire. Let the doubt burn and see what remains. That which remains is you. So we come to the end, and the end is also the beginning. I have taken away your God. I have taken away your scripture. I have taken away your comfort. I have left you in the open sky, without a roof, without walls. You may be feeling shivering. You may be feeling naked. But this nakedness is your glory. This nakedness is your innocence. Do not cover it again with new lies. You have been a beggar for too long, standing at the door of the temple, standing at the door of the church, begging for crumbs. Give me peace, give me love, give me meaning. And the priest throws you few crumbs of dogma, and you are satisfied. Shame on you. You are the son of existence. You are the daughter of the moon and stars. And you are begging. I want you to smash the begging bowl. I want you to stop looking at the sky. There is nobody there to save you. And it is good that there is nobody there. Because if somebody else saves you, then you are a slave. If Jesus saves you, you will remain a dependent. If Krishna saves you, you are just a shadow. Nobody can save you, and nobody needs to save you, because you are not drowning. You are just asleep on the shore, dreaming that you are drowning. Wake up. The moment you wake up, you will laugh. You will see that the treasure you were begging for was already in your pocket. You were running all over the world searching for the diamond, and the diamond was around your own neck. Buddha's last words were the most beautiful words ever uttered on this earth. He was dying. His disciples were crying. Ananda, his chief disciple, was weeping like a child. He said, Bhagwan, you are leaving us. Who will guide us now? We are still in darkness. Without you, we will be lost. Buddha opened his eyes and he said, Apodipo Bhava, be a light unto yourself. He did not say, pray to me. He did not say, read my books. He said, don't look at me. Look inside your own flame. My light cannot be your light. My eyes cannot be your eyes. You have to kindle your own fire. This is my message to you. Do not follow me. Do not imitate me. Do not become a shadow. Be a light unto yourself. The light is there. It is buried under centuries of dust. The dust of belief, the dust of prejudice, the dust of fear. But the light is not extinguished. It cannot be extinguished. It is your very nature. Just a little cleaning is needed. Just a little shaking is needed. That is what I am doing. I am just shaking you. I am disturbing your sleep. I am creating a chaos in your mind so that you can drop the mind. Go in. The church is outside. The temple is outside. The mosque is outside. Only you are inside. The kingdom of God is within you. But you have lost the key. The key is silence. The key is awareness. The key is witnessing. Stop thinking. Start watching. Watch your thoughts. Watch your emotions. Watch your body. Just be a witness. And slowly, as the witness grows, the beggar dies. The priest disappears. The politician becomes irrelevant. And suddenly, you are the emperor. You are home.